What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Foul Outdoors. Today, we're going to do a little unboxing of Chris's brand new shotgun.
That's right. So better late than never, I guess. I was going to wait and do the unboxing as soon as I picked it up, let you guys see it first, but I kind of jumped the gun. I got a little excited. So basically as soon as I got it, took it home, cleaned it real quick, and after I got off work the next day, we were out smoking shooting pigeons right off the bat. But I wanted to do a little unboxing for you guys, just so you can see what comes in a Super Black Eagle 3 case. And you know, if you guys are in the market for a new duck gun, this might be something you guys consider. So before we open it up though, you know, Tom and I both shoot, well, Benelli shotguns now. You know, you shoot the Super Black Eagle too. I mean, how do you like it so far?
I love it. It's done the job. It shoots when I want to shoot, and
yeah,
it's definitely withstood the test of hunting the Delta and some saltwater, and it's holding up.
Yeah, I mean, everything I've seen so far, your gun has performed almost flawlessly, which is great. And before I went down to buy this one, I was actually going to buy the Super Black Eagle 2, but Benelli discontinued it, and so I was kind of forced to buy a 3 if I wanted a Benelli. Tom and I just last week we did a video comparing the Super Black Eagle 2 versus this gun, the Super Black Eagle 3. So head on over. We'll put a link to that video in the description or somewhere like that.
Yep. If any of you guys are interested, you already have a 2, you're thinking about making the jump, we do a really good detailed comparison. So
yeah, so we'll head on over and check out that video after this one or whatever. That way you guys can kind of see the difference between the two. So I say let's get to unboxing, huh?
Yep. Let's show them what's inside.
All right. So right off the bat, this Benelli here comes in a nice hard plastic case. It's got the little Benelli logo here, but this thing is nice. I mean, they spent some time making this. It's kind of got a little rough outline of Benelli here as far as the long deal, but I mean,
pretty heavy duty. You've actually transported it around with us a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, I would feel comfortable taking this on a plane. It's got a little, it's got little notches up here near the handle to where you can throw a lock on there. But I mean, that gun seems like you can toss it around, and I mean, it's a well-built case. So let's open this baby up and see what we got inside. All right, so before we get into the gun and everything itself, Benelli kind of went old school on the burlap here. This is a nice little touch. To be honest, I wasn't expecting it when I opened it up. But it's
burlap on top of the foam.
Yeah, it's got burlap that looks like it's glued or something on top of some foam. Real nice padding though.
Yep.
You know, like I was saying earlier, you can toss this gun around and you know it's not going to move. It's not going to get banged up or anything. So let's get into the gun itself. If you guys are buying just the standard Super Black Eagle 3, it's not going to come with a few of these extras, and I'll go over that here as we go on. This is the Benelli Super Black Eagle 3 Performance Waterfowl version. So it does have a few upgrades versus the standard one, but yeah, let's kind of dive into it. So right off the bat, that is your stock and trigger unit and your lower receiver on the Benelli Super Black Eagle 3. Let's just start with the recoil pad here. The Super Black Eagle 2 comes with a gel pad. On the 3s, they went with it looks like just like a regular rubberized pad. You've got kind of like the snake skin backing. They kind of went with that throughout the whole version of the gun. And then you have your Comfort Tech 3 system here. This is new for the Super Black Eagle 3s. The chevrons are much larger than the 2. The comb is larger and it's a lot softer than the 2. You know, I mean, that video we did on your gun, there was hardly anything as far as the comb goes.
Yeah.
The grip handle here, they went with a little little more aggressive curve. Still feels really good in the hand, again with good checkering. We'll move forward onto the trigger.
So that was redesigned from compared to the two a
Yeah,
lot. So
yeah.
There's a big difference in that.
Yeah, so the trigger here, they widen the gap here in case you guys are hunting with gloves on and everything. It's a little easier to access the trigger. The safety is large and easy to operate, works very well. Underneath the trigger here, they kind of beveled this out to assist with the feed. And that's a nice little touch there. And then we'll go into the bolt. All right, so this is the new Super Black Eagle 3 bolt. Benelli copied their version of the ethos, the Benelli ethos, and so that's how they kind of designed this bolt. They actually added an extra detent spring into the bolt head itself, and what that does is that forces the action to close, so they basically eliminated the Benelli click issue. That was a big thing with the Super Black Eagle 2s. If you were to bump the action, you know, on accident or something like that, you're sitting in the duck blind and, you know, accidentally bump it, the bolt would actually move back a little bit and it wouldn't,
essentially lock in place, bumped out, so you wouldn't be able. Until you recycled, you wouldn't fire, and you wouldn't know it either until you pulled up to pull the trigger.
Yeah, so just, you know, I mean, the bolt just didn't fully engage, and so that was a big issue. I can tell you after shooting this gun and trying to force this thing to not engage in the battery, that extra detent spring is a absolute lifesaver. Let's go into the bolt itself, or the charging handle. So if you guys have the standard Super Black Eagle 3, they enlarged the charging handle, and it's going to be actually this one right here. So it's bigger than the Super Black Eagle 2, gives you a little more to grab onto. This being the Performance Waterfowl Edition, it also came with a charging handle that looks a little something like that, much larger than this. And it's even easier to grab on. I actually like this style. I wasn't sure when I first saw it, but after using it, it works extremely well.
I've actually noticed a lot of the new shotgun makers are switching to that too. So
yeah, going with a
I
much
like that.
larger
I like that a lot
charging
better
handle
too after using.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, if you need it, it's there. You can grab a hold of it. You know, you're not sitting there trying to fumble around trying to find your charging handle. It works out really well. The bolt, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just line it up into the grooves, push it straight back, make sure that locks in. As your barrel and your forearm go, just kind of set it in there. Easy. You don't want to snug it up completely tight, because unlike the Super Black Eagle 2, to where this thing just kind of slides straight down, the assembly on this thing is can be a little tricky until you get used to it. So, there we go. That's it. Quick thing, the magazine cap. This is a completely new style. As you guys can see there, it's a triangular shape with some grooves cut on it. This makes assembly and disassembly of this gun very, very easy, because it gives you something to grab onto. A lot of times when they're round, they're just kind of, you know, and round and snugged up tight, it's hard to get a grab on them sometimes. This makes it extremely easy and convenient to use. So throw that on there real quick. There's There's that. So here's the assembly of it. You guys might notice my bolt release here is fairly large. This is also an upgraded feature of the Super Black Eagle 3 Performance Waterfowl Edition. But on the standard Super Black Eagle 3s, they did enlarge the bolt release. They just didn't make it this large. So that's an added feature there. Just easier to get to, easier to operate instead of that little round button like the Super Black Eagle 2s does. But I mean, the bolt slams forward. Here's that bolt in action again. I mean, if I was to keep the bolt on a Super Black Eagle 2 in that first stage of engagement, and if I was trying to bump the 2, you wouldn't be able to do it. It just, for whatever reason, it just locks up and you can't even slam that thing closed. That's why they were having the Benelli click issue on the Super Black Eagle 2s. On the 3s with that extra detent spring, I mean, you barely touch this thing and it engages into battery. I will not have to worry about this gun hanging up at all. So that was a big selling point. All right, guys, so let's dive into everything else that's in this box here. Being as this is the upgraded Super Black Eagle 3, they did send me this nice paracord sling here. That'll be cool. And they also sent me some replacement high-vis comp sights in case I wanted to change it out. Right now it's got a green one on there. I don't really pay attention to my bead to begin with, but I do like the green. So the nice thing is that if that thing ever cracks or breaks or anything like that, I've got some replacements here. Now, all of your standard Super Black Eagle 3s will come with the Benelli series of chokes.
It's nice they come with a little case now too.
Yeah.
Mine didn't come with that.
Yeah, it's a real nice case. You've got your choke wrench here. That thing kind of folds up. It's pretty neat. You have your, oh man, that is fancy. You have two extended chokes. Makes it easy. You just grab a hold of them, thread them down into the barrel. You're not going to require a choke wrench on these two here. And then you've got your standard flush fit chokes. It looks like it comes with a, let's see here, a cylinder, and I would imagine that's a modified. How many stars does that thing have? Two. Okay, so that is a improved modified. In the extended chokes here, we have a modified.
Do the extendeds come from Benelli, or is this with your
your
added package?
So
my two only came with these factory ones.
Okay,
flush mounts.
So all the black ones here are standard with all of your Super Black Eagle 3s. We'll get into that here in a sec. In this case, I've also got the adjustable shims in case I wanted to change how the gun shoulders. I like it how it came, from the factory. They did a good job there, so I'm not gonna adjust the pitch or anything like that. This model, the Super Black Eagle 3 Performance Waterfowl, also came with 3 Rob Roberts triple threat choke tubes. The T1, the T2, and the T3. From everything that I've heard, Rob Roberts makes some great chokes. I don't know if I'm gonna leave them in there or not. I shoot a Kicks High Flyer extra full, and I'm working on getting one of those for this gun. Just, I like the ports. I like what choke does, or what Kicks does, and that's what I've been shooting for maybe the last 10 years now, so we'll see. All right, so we've covered the chokes and everything else there. Little something extra about this gun again. They actually hooked this thing up to a computerized machine that analyzed patterns. That was another added feature of the SBE3 Performance Waterfowl. So what this says here is they shot Federal Black Clouds, 1.25 ounce number 3s, and they shot them at, let's see, what's the distance on it? It doesn't say a distance, but they've got 3 circles here. They've got a 30-inch circle, a 20-inch circle, and a 10-inch circle. So they hooked it up and put it on paper and did some shooting. They gave me a little printout of the results, which is pretty cool there. You know, I know exactly where this gun's hitting on target and all that kind of stuff. You know, the Super Black Eagle 3s, a lot of guys were complaining that it shoots high and to the left. This is a high rib shotgun. So every high rib shotgun is made to float the bird. That's just how they operate. My Franke has a high rib, so, you know, I'm not gonna.
It's all about learning the gun you're shooting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if
every
you
gun shoots differently, every gun you need to learn how to shoot.
Yeah, you just got to get some trigger time behind it, and you know, make it fit, make it work. But you know, I've had this. I don't know. I've probably had 100 or so rounds through this gun already. It's performed flawlessly. I did right off the get have to shoot a box of 3-inch number 2s, and you know, just some heavy loads because the action was a little stiff. But you know, I mean, that's just how it works. You know, every once in a while you got to break in those new springs and everything like that. But I mean, after that first box of 3-inch number 2s, I mean, this thing eats anything now. You know, the real light loads all the way up to, you know, I'm sure 3.5s we'll learn here in a couple months to see how it shoots.
Yeah, you had a lot less break-in time than I had with my 2. My
Yeah.
2 took a while to break in to cycle those properly.
Yeah. All right, guys, so let's break this thing down here real quick. First things first, we'll remove the magazine cap. Take that thing off. There. All right, so we got your barrel. And your forearm there. The bolt, again, just slides right out, nice and easy. And if you wanted to take the trigger out, I'm gonna leave the trigger in on this one. You just pop that single pin there, and the trigger comes out, and you're good to go. So, before we wrap this video up, I do want to talk about the reasonings as to why I bought this gun. You guys might be thinking, hey, what's that brown-looking coating on it? What's that all about? Well, that there is a Cerakote finish done by Rob Roberts. And that's honestly what sold me on this thing. It's supposed to be the most durable finish that you can put on a gun, from my understanding. So, you know, we're gonna test it out this season and we're gonna see how well it works, but you know, it should be scratch proof, rust proof, and everything like that.
Why did you need a more durable coating?
Well, I mean, some of the areas that we hunt are...
Your last gun didn't work out for you?
No. I've got a Franke Affinity that I got it in matte black, and that was the worst.
Brown.
Yeah. Well, now it's just bare steel.
With rust.
Yeah, bare steel with a lot of rust.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, I bought this gun because I'm hoping that I can get 20 plus years out of it. That's the ultimate goal. You know, I mean, my Franke's only 5 or 6 years old, and yeah, it's just...
It looks a lot older than that.
Yeah, it looks a whole lot older.
Yeah, well, this gun definitely has everything you need for it to last. We'll see if it does.
Yeah, and you know, I wanted a 3.5-inch gun finally.
Yeah,
I mean,
you'll have the options now. Not that we use it that often, but
No.
you have the option now.
Yeah,
Cool.
not limited. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the Benelli review.
Yeah, you guys have any other questions? Chris owns this gun, so you guys comment below, ask him about it. He'll reply back with whatever you guys want to know about it.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll keep you guys updated, as time goes on, and I mean, this is the gun I'm going to be running this year, and I'll tell you guys my likes, my dislikes, if I have any. Everything so far has been perfect. So, but yeah, I'll just keep you guys in the loop. So, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, guys, go ahead and visit us on Instagram, Facebook, FAL Outdoors. Sub, please, to our channel. It's going to help us out. We can keep bringing this stuff to you guys. And comment and like this this video.
Yeah, give the video a big old thumbs up. We appreciate it. I know there aren't too many Benelli Super Black Eagle 3 review videos out there, so hopefully it helped you guys out.
Yep. See you guys on the next one.